Final delivery and is bowled in. So India all out for 237 as Kuldeep is bowled by Stoinis, picks up his second wicket, and in Australia have won the match by 35 runs. And the series down 2-0, win it 3-2.
Amazing cricket played by Australia in the last three games. They won a game, got a little bit of momentum going in Ranchi, and then Mohali they completely outplayed because India had the rough side of the dew factor. But still, the Ashton Turner was their star with Peter Hanscom and Khwaja making a contribution. But here, it's a complete team performance. And once again, the batting department, the real star has been Usman Khwaja getting another 100, Peter Hanscom getting a half century. But in the bowling department, Pat Cummins and Adam Zampa are the standout bowlers, but they've got contributions from Stoinis and Richardson picking up 2 wickets each.
Well, 2 wickets for Pat Cummins and 3 for Adam Zampa. Glenn Maxwell, the only man to go without a wicket, but he wouldn't be too disappointed. Didn't get too many with the bat either. But it's a series win which Australia will be very, very satisfied with. Shiva, your final thoughts on the series?
Well, Australia had to regain lost ground. They were completely past, had a tough time against India and Australia. And there was no Smith, there was no David Warner. And this is a young side that's come here, lost the first 2 games. And they've turned the tables around with some stunning performances. I think a couple of Australians that really stand out for me. One in the batting department is Usman Khwaja, and in the bowling department, Pat Cummins, who has been simply sensational, bowling at different times, but making sure that every spell that Pat Cummins bowls, he picks up wickets, therein keeping Australia always in a really good position. So I have to say congratulations and well done to Australia, who will cherish the victory and will be looking forward to their series against Pakistan.
Well, certainly that's what's coming up, and at the moment we'll slip into a short break and then come back with the flash interview. Time to say goodbye to Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan for this series. Well, the news from Firozshah Kotla, Delhi is that Australia have won this match by 35 runs and came back to win the series 3-2. Usman Khwaja, the top run getter in this match as well as the series, had a total of 383 in this series, including 2 3-figure knocks from Usman Khwaja. Got the first one in Ranchi and then another one here in Delhi. would have felt he missed out on something in the Mohali game, where he did get 91 but missed another three-figure knock, as Pat Cummins finished on the top of the table among the wicket takers. 14 for him. Adam Zampa with 11 at number 2, once again giving a good account of himself. And at the moment we've got Zampa with Sanjay Manjrekar.
Bat 236 runs, 100 and a 50 as well. Hanscom down the order, made sure that the team was very much on track. So that was your duty, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was my role, to try and take us as deep as possible, get us into the 40th, 45th over with as many wickets in hand as possible. But obviously had Uzi up the other end as well, and we enjoyed a couple of good partnerships, and he's had a hell of a series, so couldn't do it without him as well.
Yeah, Pat Cummins has just joined us. Let me just read out your staggering numbers, Pat. 14 wickets, average of 15, economy of 4.7. On pitches like this, that's something that you'll take any day or night.
Yeah, I'll take that for sure. I've played a little bit of one-day cricket before, but felt like I haven't really clicked in this format. But felt like I bowled well in the Aussie summer, so glad that it's keep on clicking, and hopefully it continues for the World Cup.
Yeah, tell us, how much does this win mean? Because India is formidable at home. It's the fancy team. You come here, beat them in their own backyard, especially with the uncertainty coming into this one-day series. So tell us how much this means to you.
Yeah, it means a lot to come over and win a series in India. We know how tough it is for any country to come over and do it. So to do it now in preparation for the World Cup really gives us a lot of confidence going forward and understanding our game plan.
It's interesting, isn't it? Coming into the series, you're wondering what your World Cup squad is going to be. Now there's almost wealth of riches. Who do you pick? Who do you leave out? The batting is looking really strong. I get the feeling that this World Cup could be the Australian story.
I hope so. We always seem to peak around the World Cup, so I wouldn't want to be a selector. It's going to be a tough job, whittling down, down to 15. There's obviously a few guys back to come as well. So, especially the batsmen. I thought the way they played the spin, world-line quicks, was incredible. To get those scores on these kind of wickets, they made it look a lot better, a lot easier to bat on than they were.
India has been nice to you after a long break. You came to India 2017 and just got into the groove. Fitness issues were now on the back burner. So India has been nice to you.
Yeah, for sure. I think just playing consistent cricket. Another series, playing 5 matches, 2 matches before that with the T20s. It's been a reasonable series. So always enjoy coming over here. It's the biggest challenge, I think, as a cricketer coming to play in India. And it's my first series win. I don't think anyone on the team, besides the last T20, has won before over here. So it's a great feeling.
Final question to you, Peter. 2 matches down. It doesn't happen very often that a team bounces back and wins the series. I think it's happened about 5 times. And there's so much of one-day cricket that gets played. That's something special.
Yeah, something special, and to go with our record chase the other day as well. So the squad's doing something right. The boys are gelling beautifully. We're having a lot of fun, and it's just great to have come over here, come back from 2-0 down to win this series. We're very, very happy.
Well done, you guys, and very happy with your success. Well done. Congratulations. So that Hanscom there, we're going to get the coach, the man from behind the scenes who pulls the strings, should I say that? Now, the most important question is, how much of a credit does a coach take in your setup for a performance like this?
No, all the credit goes to the players. We help prepare them, and the way when it comes to the crunch and they're under the pressure, they're the ones who have to perform. So incredibly proud of the boys.
Yeah, it's amazing what a few weeks can do, because coming into the one-day series, India looked the better team when they played white ball cricket in Australia. Batting was going to be an issue. Now you have an issue of some class players waiting to come back in. These guys have done well. Bowling has always been fine, but nice headaches to have.
Unless you're one of the selectors, it's going to be really tough to pick the World Cup squad. That said, it's been an incredible arm wrestle from the time India arrived in Australia right through to now. It's been an unbelievable fight. So India are a world-class team. Virat Kohli, I don't think I've ever seen a better player actually. So it's been a real wrestle, but for us to win this series is just incredible for Australian cricket.
So as a coach, what would your assessment be? Why do you think this team played so well and then won the series after being 2-0 down?
Well, it showed great character, there's no doubt, and great fighting spirit. But if you look over the whole summer, it's from from the time India, I think we've played 17 games, and before this it was 7 games each. So India had the better of us in Australia, although it was so tight, and then we were able to have the better of India here. So just great character, great fight, and some confidence as well.
Final question. I know the coaches never like to pick out players that have really impressed or surprised you with their return, but just pick a few players for us that you thought, wow, this guy is really good for Australia. I'm so glad to have him in my team now.
I think Jai Richardson and Pat Cummins, I mean, they're developing a great partnership. They're both great athletes. They bowl fast. They're brilliant in the field, and they can bat as well. So I think Usman Khawaja also, his series, I mean, he hasn't played a lot of one-day cricket for Australia. We know what a class act. He's got himself so fit in the last 12 months. Great credit goes to him because he's shown real discipline to get to where he is. So, but you could name the whole group. They've done a great job.
Congratulations on the win and all the best in UAE now.
Thanks very much.
Well, that was Justin Langer, the former Australian opener, who is now the head coach of Australia, praising his boys, Usman Khawaja, Pat Cummins and Jai Richardson, especially for their efforts. And before that, it was Pat Cummins and Peter Hanscom saying how they enjoyed the series, fed off each other, gained in confidence, and gave India, making Australia only the 4th team to come back from 2-0 down and win a series. First 3, South Africa has done it twice, once against Pakistan, once against England. Bangladesh came back from behind to defeat Zimbabwe, and then Pakistan won a 6-match series against India. So against India, this is the second time it's been done. After India won the first 2 matches, they lost the remaining 3 or 4. So that really was the story here at Firozshah Kotla, and Australia running out deserving winners as they bowled out India 237 after having put India on the defensive with a total of 272 for 9, and India never really in the chase as they lost the top order rather cheaply. We'll slip into another short break as we stand by for the final presentations of the series. Australia have won the match by 35 runs to wrap up the series 3-2. They started the series with 2 back-to-back wins in the T20s at Vizag and Bengaluru, then lost 2 in a row at Hyderabad and Nagpur, but then came strongly back in Ranchi and then Mohali and finally Delhi to wrap up the ODI series in India. Now they travel to the UAE to face Pakistan next, which should be their final tune-ups before the World Cup, as the team has now performed very, very well and would be looking to carry this confidence that they have gained into the World Cup as well. And as Peter Hanscom quite interestingly mentioned, that the team seems to be peaking at the right time. We'll slip into a short break and come back. Beg your pardon, we have the presentation lined up in a short while from now. And because this is an end of series presentation, this could be a slightly longer one than usual. So we are all set to go downstairs for the presentation, as the Indian players also trudging out, I should say, to join the Australians, who are all there in numbers. And Sanjay Manjrekar waiting for the presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause to the Australian team led by Aaron Finch. 2-0 down in the series, going on to win the series eventually, so that was quite an effort. So congratulations to Australia. Well, before we introduce the presentation party, as always, a quick thank you to our sponsors, starting with Paytm, Oppo, the kit sponsor Nike, the official partners Hyundai, Pepsi and Jana Small Finance Bank. The BCCI would also like to thank the DDCA and all the other government agencies who were involved in the smooth conduct of this game. Our presentation party, starting from my immediate left, got Mr. C.K. Khanna, Acting President BCCI, Mr. Rajat Sharma, President DDCA, Mr. Anurag Jaipuria, Director Jai Beverages, Franchisee and Bottling Partner of Pepsi, Mr. Rajeshwar Ghosh, Vice President and Regional Head, Jana Small Finance Bank, Mr. Sanjay Singh, Senior Vice President, Paytm, and Mr. Kiran Vasireddy, Chief Operating Officer, Paytm. My first invitation is to the Indian captain, Virat Kohli. Gettable target, you thought?
Yeah, we certainly thought it was gettable. I thought they got us, they got away from us in the end a little bit. I think 15-20 more than what we would have expected from 225 for 7. But yeah, that's how the game goes, and 1 or 2 overs can make a whole lot of a difference. But if you look at the overall series, I think Australia deserved to win. They played with more passion, they played with more hunger, and they played with more heart than us in the last 3 games. And they were brave in the pressure situations compared to our side. So in the first 2 games we were on the mark, but last 3 games, I think the way they raised their intensity and the way they grabbed the pressure moments, they were deserving winners of the series.
Should we talk about the dew? Because in Ranchi, you expected it, it didn't come. Mohali, it came heavily, worked against you, and today as well. I mean, it looks like it's one of those nights where you would see a lot of moisture on the ground, none.
Yeah, look, we didn't even consider that, to be honest, in this game, because that's a total uncontrollable. You can't really predict these things. Look, we can't take any excuses out of this series. We have to do what's in front of us to the best of our abilities, and we have to live up to the potential that we have as a side. And it's good in a way that we have had these losses to reflect on what needs to be corrected for the World Cup. If a situation like this arises where we have to bowl with a wet ball, we should be good enough to do so. Or if we have to chase on a slow, sluggish wicket, we should be good enough to do that. So I think the guys will reflect on this series quite a bit. It's been a long season on the road. We've been playing a lot of games on the road as well. So yeah, finally it's come to an end. I think we can be proud of the cricket that we've played over the last few months. This series hasn't gone the way we wanted it to, but still the quality of cricket has been kept up, and both sides have been in the game at all times, and the deserving side won, as I said.
I could understand the logic of trying options, because you've got to look at, always the better option. Is there somebody at number 4 and 5? At the end of the whole exercise, it seemed like the matter is not resolved. In fact, could have got a little more complicated, you think, number 4 or 5, or you think differently?
Not really. We're more or less sorted with what we want to do. It's just about giving guys their roles and expecting them to stand up and deliver during the World Cup. So we're not in a confused state anymore. It's just probably one spot in the team that we have to discuss, and rest of the team is pretty much sorted for us, and we've been feeling pretty balanced. The last 3 games was an idea to give the guys who've been on the bench and the fringe guys a bit of game time as well, and just put them in those positions and see how they react. So that was purely because of that, and you couldn't have tried it anywhere else apart from these 3 games. That's not an excuse at all, because we expect to raise our standard of cricket. Australia's played better cricket than us, and that's why they won. The changes is not an excuse. It'll never be an excuse. But we use these 3 games to give game time to the guys who we think are good enough to perform at this level.
The next one-day international will be versus South Africa in Southampton, the World Cup match. So looking forward to it, I'm sure.
Absolutely, you don't need any motivation from anywhere to play a World Cup. I think all the sides will be geared up, and you're playing different teams at different stages of the World Cup. So it'll be competitive, it'll be enjoyable. I think every side is going to love playing every game of the World Cup, full stadiums, great atmosphere. So look, we take a lot of confidence into the World Cup because of the way we've played and the way we've dominated in other countries as well. And we just want to relive the good moments, think of the positives, work on the negatives, improve as a side, and come into the World Cup fresh and hungry to go.
All the best, Virat.
Thank you. Cheers.
So that was Virat Kohli, the Indian captain. Our next presentation is the Pepsi Swag Star of the match, and this goes to Adam Zampa. Mr. Anurag Jaipuria from Pepsi, you will present a cheque of ₹1 lakh and a trophy as well to Adam Zampa. 10 overs, 46 for 3. He's our Pepsi Swag Star of the match. Wickets of Shankar, Rohit and Jadeja. Next, we've got the Jana Bankable player of the match, and this goes to Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. 3 for 48, 46 of 54, so an all-round hand, but unable to win India the game. Rajeshwar Ghosh from Jana Small Finance will present a cheque of ₹1 lakh and a trophy as well. The next presentation is the Man of the Match award, and this goes to Usman Khwaja. 100 of 106, 10 fours, 2 sixes. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. 100, couple of hundreds in this series actually. Mr. Sanjay Singh will use the Paytm UPI money transfer to digitally transfer the prize money of ₹1 lakh and a trophy to the Man of the Match, Usman Khwaja. And a trophy as well for the Man of the Match, Usman Khwaja. 10 fours and 2 sixes and his 100 of 106. Right, the series award, the Jana Bankable player of the series, it's another Australian, it's a bowler, Pat Cummins. 14 wickets, average of 15.64, economy 4.70. Rajeshwar Ghosh from Jana Small Finance Bank to present a cheque of 2.5 lakhs and a trophy to Pat Cummins. Right, the Paytm man of the series, and this is again Usman Khwaja. The Paytm man of the series, 200s in this series, scores of 50, 38, 104, 91 and 100. Kiran Vasi Reddy from Paytm will present the Paytm man of the series cheque of ₹2.5 lakhs and a trophy as well to Usman Khwaja. Average of 76.60, strike rate of 88.9, 383 runs, 200s and 250s. So there you go, India, very hospitable country. You came here with no international hundreds, you leave with 2.
Look, yeah, it's a lot of fun scoring hundreds. It's even more fun winning games, and to come back from 2-0 down was a terrific effort from the guys. Never easy to beat India at home, so very excited.
It's interesting with the surfaces that we had for the series, won 400 runs in the innings. So your kind of batting proved to be priceless. Somebody getting those big scores at an even strike rate.
Yeah, I just played whatever wicket came. If I thought I needed to go harder, I would go harder. I think we all adapted really well. The bowlers adapted really well. The spinners, the pace bowlers, our batting group adapted really well to the conditions. And I think at the end of the day, it's a really good team performance.
Yeah, tell us about what you think was the essence of the win. Obviously, you got some runs. Tell us about the vital contributions you thought that allowed you to bounce back. I mean, it's not easy, 2-0 down to win the series.
It was a good partnership that third game. Finchie batted beautifully, and then at the end the guys brought it home perfectly. As you said, there's been some tough wickets that haven't been really high scoring. So I think just in general, the guys, everyone's chipped in. Myself and everyone around, and then the bowling group's chipped in. Great bunch of guys there. We've had a lot of fun this tour. Everyone's getting along amazingly. Even when we lost the first 2 games, it was a really good vibe. So credit to everyone, credit to all the support staff. It's been a really good series.
Keep the vibe going, Usman. Well done. Congratulations on the award and the win as well. Keep it up.
Thank you.
So that was Usman Khwaja, our Paytm man of the series. Next up is the winning captain for tonight, Aaron Finch, the captain of Australia. I'm going to ask him to come and have a chat with us. Well done. Come on now. Pump your chest out and tell us how proud you are of the team. 2-0 down, beating India at home. There's a very good team, and 5-match series in the end, winning 3-2.
It's unbelievable, the resilience that we showed and the fight that we showed. Like you said, being down 2-0, it would have been easy to roll over, and them small moments in the game to just let them drift away and India win the series. But the fight that we showed, that we've had our backs against the wall for quite a while now, so I'm really proud of the group.
Yeah, because you had certain kinds of batsmen, I thought, who were ideal for pitches like this. I mean, you're an attacking player, but then there was Hanscom, Usman Khwaja, making sure there were long partnership, and then Ashton Turner turns up in one game, Maxwell earlier in a different format. So the batsmen came up with the good. The bowling was always there for you, Aaron.
Yeah, I think it's important to have a well-balanced side like that. I think if you go in with all attacking players in these conditions, you're going to struggle, because we know the wickets slow up, and the quality of Chahal, Kuldeep, Jaru, these guys, they're too good to just walk out and blast them out of the park. So you need good batsmen, you need good batsmanship on these wickets, and guys who know how to play situations. And 2-0 down to win 3-2, it's pretty special. I've been coming here for a while now and trying to win and haven't. So there's a lot of Australian players, so it's a really special moment.
Let's see you announce to the world that Australia have arrived, and you can expect a lot of great things to happen in the World Cup. I think you're getting there.
Absolutely. Like I said, people have written us off for quite a while now. We always knew that the plans and the style that we wanted to play are all there. Can win us the World Cup. They can win us big series against great teams, and India are definitely a great team. So it's about ourselves believing that we're good enough and sticking to our game plan, and we did that for probably 4 of the 5 games, and India were too good in a close one in Nagpur, and to get over the line in 3 of them was a great series all round.
And as they say, once a champion, always a champion. So well done. Congratulations on the win. Go ahead and claim your trophy.
Thank you.
That is richly deserved. Aaron Finch, the Australian captain. Mr. Rajat Sharma, the president of DDCA, will present the Paytm India versus Australia one-day international trophy to Aaron Finch.
Celebrations all around for Australia as Aaron Finch collects the trophy and poses for photographs. Australia emerging 3-2 winners in the one-day international series, 2-0 in the T20s, and certainly they showed lot of character. And Australians, if not anything else, they are fighters all around, and they showed it in this series. We've enjoyed bringing it to you live from the venue at each of those 7 games. Hope you enjoyed listening to us and listening to our live coverage from Sports Flashes Radio. That'll be all from us for this series. Goodbye from the entire Sports Flashes team.
T20s, 5 ODIs, Australia Tour of India. Don't miss live commentary with cricket experts on Sports Flashes Radio, the global audio broadcaster of BCCI. Tune in now to Sports Flashes Radio, the world's biggest sports radio channel. You are listening to Sports Flashes Live. Catch all the live updates of Australia Tour of India from 24th February to 13th March. Download the app now and stay tuned for more updates. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio